Hi everybody and welcome to this short video regarding emergency VT ablation in a patient with Emery-Dreifuss muscular dystrophy. I hope you enjoy it and join me in my future short video presentations. Thank you. Our patient is a 34-year-old man, known case of Emery-Dreifuss muscular dystrophy and LV dysfunction, who was referred for emergency catheter ablation due to incessant therapy refractory ventricular tachycardia to our center. It is noteworthy that non-sustained ventricular tachycardia, LV ejection fraction below 45%, male gender, and non-missense mutations are risk factors for developing sustained ventricular arrhythmia in patients with Emery-Dreifuss muscular dystrophy. Cardiac involvement in Emery-Dreifuss muscular dystrophy is quite common, and the normal myocardium is gradually replaced by the fibrous and adipose tissue. It is a process that usually starts in the atria, often involves the AV node, and eventually affects the ventricles. Therefore, patients with Emery-Dreifuss muscular dystrophy may have atrial arrhythmias, conduction abnormalities, progressive dilatation and systolic ventricular dysfunction, and ventricular tachycardia as in our patient. So in this slide, we see the 12-lead ECG of the VT at the beginning of the procedure. On the right side, the chest X-ray shows skeletal and thoracal abnormalities, which could make the VT localization somehow difficult. However, we will try to localize the VT together in the next slide. So at the beginning, we look at the lead V1 and we see that the V1 is positive, therefore most probably the VT is left ventricular. The positive concordance in precordial leads shows that the VT should be in left ventricle in the basal part of the left ventricle around the mitral annulus or very close to the mitral annulus. At the third step, we go and we see the limb leads. 2, 3 AVF are positive. It means that the VT, the origin of the VT is basal superior in the left ventricle. 3 is the most positive one, and the AVL is more negative than lead 1. So it means that the location of the VT should be somewhere here at the basal left ventricle close to the mitral annulus. In the next slide, we will see the results of targeted mapping and see if the localization of the VT is correct. Based on ECG localization, we went directly to the region of interest and performed a limited targeted mapping. The deep blue point shows the earliest activation point and the successful site for catheter ablation. The purple point shows the best pace map. On the right side, we see the successful ablation site in RAO and LAO X-ray projections. After termination of ventricular tachycardia, the underlying rhythm was left atrial tachycardia with a typical finding in Emery-Dreifuss muscular dystrophy, very low amplitude A waves during tachycardia. These arrhythmias are quite common in Emery-Dreifuss muscular dystrophy, and therefore in some patients the stroke can be the first clinical manifestation of the muscular dystrophy, especially in young adults. In Emery-Dreifuss muscular dystrophy, conduction disturbances are the predominant cardiac involvement. The initial cardiac manifestations are often accidental identification of a prolonged PR interval and reduced amplitude of the P wave in the ECG, as we see here in the ECG of our patient after cardioversion. It is important to note that the severity of cardiac involvement does not correspond to the progression of muscular weakness in patients with Emery-Dreifuss muscular dystrophy. At the end, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would like to invite you to joining me in my future video presentations.